Hey, an excellent morning, family. Yeah, man, welcome to today's talk about, really mistakes in the past and how to avoid making them, ladies and gentlemen. And this lesson, I think, is a pretty profound one that I want to share with you. It comes from the experiences that we've had over the years. And this particular experience stretches back to 2000, I think it was 2000, somewhere around 2004, 5, 6, somewhere around there, right? So I had been banking with an institution in Jamaica for about, at that time, it was probably about 8 years. About 8 years. Built up a really strong relationship. Started out my first overdraft with them, and later on got some other loans. And then, in fact, they funded a loan to be able to allow us to be able to construct our big, fabulous dealership that we had in Kingston, Jamaica. And then afterwards, I needed some more funds to be able to increase the amount of inventory that we had, and to be able to do some other things. And I remember clearly that there are two roads I could have gone down. When I look back, ladies and gentlemen, there are two roads I could have gone down. So there are a couple of different lessons in here for us to really grasp, as we go ahead in life and we're making these decisions, ladies and gentlemen. And I remember that we had actually gotten to the point where we applied for that extra loan that we needed to, take the business to another level. That's how I felt about it. And we needed to borrow about, maybe consolidate the loans we had and then get some extra cash to buy the cars and, to buy more inventory to be able to actually move into a bigger state of generating more revenues. And the bank that we had been with about 8 years, they declined the loan, saying that we were over leveraged. And ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and I checked some other banks who we didn't have relationships with, and one of them actually put the loan together and allowed us to actually get the money. And then in the long run, the economy turned, the crash happened in the US, and then boom, man, we really were over leveraged. The lessons that came out of that, there's also another investment firm that gave me some good advice that we're supposed to sell some of our, one part of our portfolio that I consider to be the best. And he suggested that we sell it, take the cash from selling it and pump it into the business rather than taking out more loans. Ladies and gentlemen, what I realized is that I was trying to own the whole deal. I was trying to just keep everything that I thought was the best. And, going ahead and taking that loan from that particular lender became bad debt. Sometimes when we get a door shut on us when it comes to loans, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it's a chance for you to re-examine whether you should go in that direction. Over the years, man, I've just not been a fan of loans anymore. I'm not a big fan of taking out loans. I encourage individuals, ladies and gentlemen, to really, be conservative. Yes, loans, good debt is powerful. If you have the right debt, you can be, man, especially leveraging real estate, you can make some really serious money. But oftentimes, ladies and gentlemen, when we try to own everything ourselves and have, all of the ownership in our name, as opposed to sharing some equity, sharing with some others, looking at some alternatives, I believe that we should remain open. So my biggest lesson from that, looking back and then looking at where we are now, sometimes when a lender says no, we're not going to lend you the money because of these reasons, it's a good chance to sit down and evaluate what they're really pointing to and get a really firm understanding of it before running to some other lenders. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there are some lenders out there that don't care. Really don't care. They just want to get you in their grass so that they can milk out every little thing that you have left. Right? So just be mindful of that, so that, as you're making your decisions and you're making choices in your life, ladies and gentlemen, you make some better ones than we made back then. Of course, I've learned, but it was costly. And, I want to share this with us so that we also learn, what are some of the pitfalls of lending. So when you get turned on a loan, it may not necessarily be a bad thing. It's a chance for you to reevaluate and don't just run out to some lenders, because some of them out there, man, they're vultures. That's the truth, all right? All right, love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.